Hello and welcome to Bitcoin Dorks, your daily source for all things crypto. In today's video, we'll be discussing the latest news on Mt. Gox, one of the biggest Bitcoin exchanges in history. As many of you know, Mt. Gox suffered a major hack in 2014 that resulted in the loss of over 850,000 Bitcoins worth over $480 million at the time. Since then, the exchange has been in bankruptcy and the process of repaying the victims has been ongoing. However, there is some good news to report today, as the repayment process has finally begun. The Mt. Gox bankruptcy trustee, Nobuaki Kobayashi, has announced that he has begun the process of repaying the victims of the hack. This process involves selling off a portion of the remaining Bitcoins held by the trustee in order to raise funds for the repayments. In total, the trustee is in possession of around 141,000 Bitcoins, which is around 16% of the total amount that was lost in the hack. The news of the Mt. Gox hack sent shockwaves through the cryptocurrency community and led to a loss of trust in the exchange. It also highlighted the need for better security measures and protocols in the cryptocurrency industry. The hack was a reminder that while cryptocurrencies offer many benefits, they are not without risks. The repayment process for Mt. Gox has been a long and complex one. The trustee has been working to sell off the remaining Bitcoins and other assets in order to raise funds for the repayments. The process has been delayed due to legal challenges and disputes over how the repayments should be made. The first round of repayments will go to those who filed claims back in 2014 and were approved by the court. These claimants will receive a total of 23.2% of their approved claims, which will be paid out in Bitcoin. This means that if you were one of the lucky ones to have filed a claim and had it approved, you can expect to receive around 23% of the amount that you lost in the hack, in the form of Bitcoin. It's worth noting that the repayment process will not be happening all at once. Instead, it will be done in stages, with the first round of repayments taking place on the 15th of May. After this, the trustee will continue to sell off more Bitcoins and make more repayments until all of the approved claims have been paid in full. Of course, there are still many questions surrounding the repayment process, such as how long it will take for all of the claims to be paid and what will happen to the remaining Bitcoins once all of the claims have been settled. However, for now, the fact that the repayment process has finally begun is a positive sign for those who lost money in the hack. The Mt. Gox hack was a wake-up call for the cryptocurrency industry, highlighting the need for better security measures and protocols to protect investors. Since then, many exchanges and platforms have implemented stronger security measures and protocols, making the industry more secure and trustworthy. So, what does this news mean for the cryptocurrency markets? Well, it's hard to say for certain, but it's likely that the sale of such a large amount of Bitcoins could have an impact on the price of Bitcoin in the short term. However, it's worth keeping in mind that this is a relatively small amount of Bitcoins compared to the total number of Bitcoins in circulation. Therefore, any impact on the price is likely to be temporary. In any case, the fact that the repayment process has finally begun is a positive sign for the crypto community. It shows that even in the event of a major hack, there are mechanisms in place to ensure that victims can be repaid and that the industry is moving towards greater transparency and accountability. It's also worth noting that the repayment process for Mt. Gox could have implications for the regulation of the cryptocurrency industry. As governments around the world grapple with how to regulate cryptocurrencies, the Mt. Gox case could be seen as a case study in how to deal with hacks and losses in the industry. It could also be seen as a demonstration of how self-regulation and the involvement of the community can play a role in ensuring that investors are protected. If you're someone who lost money in the Mt. Gox hack, it's important to stay informed about the repayment process and how it will affect you. Make sure to keep an eye on news and updates from the trustee, and if you haven't already, consider filing a claim if you're eligible. While the repayment process may not be able to fully compensate for your losses, it's still important to take advantage of this opportunity to recover as much as possible. For those who are interested in investing in cryptocurrencies, the Mt. Gox case serves as a cautionary tale. It's important to do your research and understand the risks involved before investing in any cryptocurrency. Look for reputable exchanges and platforms with strong security measures and protocols in place, and be prepared for the possibility of losses. In conclusion, the news that the repayment process for Mt. Gox has finally begun is a positive sign for the cryptocurrency industry. While the process will take time and there are still many questions to be answered, the fact that victims of the hack will be repaid is a step towards greater transparency and accountability in the industry. It's also a reminder of the risks involved in investing in cryptocurrencies and the need for strong security measures and protocols. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on developments in the industry and bringing you the latest news and analysis here on Bitcoin